Hey, what's going on, guys? How is everybody doing? So, today on MiHoYo's website, they put out a developer discussion answering some of the questions that people have been asking or things that people have wanted in the surveys that they've been putting out in the past week. So, I kind of want to go over those things today. There's some things that people are probably really going to like, including a change to the resin system. Now, it's not the answer that everyone wants, but we're going to go over this just so you guys can know what's going on in their minds and kind of see, you know, what information, what feedback they're taking into account. So, first of all, we got their intro. Greetings, travelers. Since release, we have received a treasure trove of valuable feedback and suggestions from travelers. First off, we would like to thank you for all your support. We have carefully reviewed and summarized everyone's suggestions and have selected ones that travelers care most about to bring to the developers' attention. Check out their replies in this developers' discussion. So, you know, it seems like the surveys, you know, if you want your voices heard, go ahead and take part in those surveys. They do send you a notice in game and you get a little bit of more to fill it out. And, you know, it looks like they're listening to our suggestions and feedback. So first off, they're going to address the resin issue because, of course, I'm assuming that's what most people are sending in their feedback about. So the original question, I never have enough original resin, which makes it difficult to complete various daily tasks and the weekly battle pass missions. So in version 1.1, we have decreased the original resin requirement in battle pass weekly missions from 1600 to 1200. Furthermore, travelers will be able to store up to a maximum of 160 original resin, increase from the current limit of 120. There are a couple things that could change whether this is actually good or not. So the first thing I want to address is the Battle Pass weekly mission decreasing from 1600 to 1200. That's really nice, especially when in combination with the increase to 160 original resin. So if you log in once per day, you do your 160 original resin, that's going to bring you to 1,120 original resin used. So you only need 80 more, which means that if you're playing on a regular basis, all you have to do is do 2 refreshes on 2 separate days. They're both 50 Prima Gems, and that will get you over that 1,200 cap limit for your Battle Pass weekly mission. Now, upgrading the resin reservoir, if you will, to 160. That could be a good thing. It could not really matter. So here's what I mean. For you players who are playing all day, every day, like myself, I'm not going to notice a big difference. I'm going to notice one, you know, big spike, maybe. Like if I'm playing late into the night, let's say, if I'm playing, like right now it's midnight, and literally before I got on here, I was playing Genshin Impact, use my resin. So if I'm down to 0, when I wake up in the morning, say I come in and play at 10 o'clock in the morning, my reservoir is not going to be full. So I'm not even going to notice this. But for you guys who are playing, let's say just once a day, you use your resin and you call it quits, you're going to notice a big difference. You're going to be able to do 2 extra domains. You're going to be able to do 1 extra, you know, cube or flower boss. So that's going to be nice. One of the things I'm interested to see, which they didn't address here, is are they going to speed up how fast you regenerate resin? That could be a big factor. If they do speed it up, I think most players will actually notice a difference going to 160 original resin, which will be super nice. If they don't, I don't think it's going to be that big of an improvement. So we'll see how that goes in the future. Question 2. I want to change the key bindings and controller setup. We are in the process of developing a key binding and controller setup function, part of which will go live in version 1.1. We're firing on all cylinders to complete the remaining functionality, which will become available to players in a later version. Super exciting for a lot of reasons. I know, especially you PC users out there, I know you like to mess with your key binding, so I'm sure you guys are excited about that. I don't know how much controller players are excited about this. I don't know how much, you know, I think for controller players, what is really exciting is for the handicap community. I know that I've seen a lot of people posting out there that, you know, there are people with either disabilities or, you know, deformities, something that handicaps your ability to play this game. And not having a way to change your key bindings makes it really difficult to play because there are certain buttons that maybe you just don't have access to because of, you know, just the way your body works. And that's unfortunate. So the fact that they're working to introduce this, even if it's just for preference or if it's because of the way that your body actually functions, this is super exciting across the whole spectrum of players. So that's really exciting. I know it's going to take a little bit of a while because, again, they are trying to build this game for PC. PS4, mobile devices. It's eventually going to be coming out on Switch. So there's a lot of different systems they have to program for. So I understand that it's going to take a little bit of time. It would have been nice if they had that in the initial launch, but it looks like we are going to get some of that functionality in 1.1. Number 3, I wish there were more ways to filter artifacts. I agree. Sometimes it's very annoying trying to find the artifact that you want. So it looks like in version 1.1, they've added new filters for artifacts based on their basic attributes. Now travelers will be able to easily filter artifacts by attributes. So I hope that just saying basic attributes doesn't necessarily just mean like main stat. Hopefully you can still sort by substat, you can sort by set, you can sort by name. It'll make things a lot easier to find and a lot easier to navigate. So hopefully that's what they mean by basic attributes. Question 4. Traversing the game world is time consuming. I want to be able to set my own teleport waypoints for areas that I visit frequently. We have developed an item that provides this function, which will be available for free in a new system. Travelers can look out for this in version 1.1, and we've seen that. So if you've seen any of the leaks, it does look like they have a new waypoint system where you can set a custom waypoint. I don't know that you'll be able to set a ton of them. From what I've heard, it's only like 1, maybe 2, but I think from what I've heard, it's 1. But if you have a place, like for example, if you are dandelion farming, you'll know the point of the map that I'm referencing here. But there's a mountainside that just, there's like no teleport point near it anywhere. You kind of have to like run there for a couple minutes, and it's a weird part of the map where there's no teleport point. So that may be a place that I know I will be putting it. But you know, there are a lot of teleport points on the map already, but it's, you know, it's just an extra feature they're adding, which is just nice. It's a nice quality of life update. Last question here. It's annoying to have to select equipped artifacts and weapons to find out which character has them equipped. So in version 1.1, small character avatars will appear next to the icons of equipped artifacts and weapons, allowing travelers to know exactly which characters have which artifacts and weapons equipped at a glance. Now, it's a small quality of life update, at least to me. I think there will be people who are, you know, a little bit more visual and like to have that. You know, actually, the more I think about it, I do kind of like this. It'll make things just a little bit easier. You know, any kind of quality of life update is always nice. So it's nice to know that they are looking at ways to make their systems easier to read. So, you know, overall, I think that's probably the least exciting question on here, but it is exciting nonetheless that, look, they are listening to our feedback. And so just keep in mind, if you want to have your voice heard, just make sure that you take part in the surveys. Answer honestly, give constructive criticism. Don't necessarily flail your hands, yell at the world is burning. Constructive criticism hits way harder than just saying everything sucks. If you have constructive criticisms, constructive comments, it's a lot easier to listen to those and have them rationalized than just saying the world is on fire, the world sucks, do something about it. You know, if you provide a solution, if you provide some kind of effort into the answer, you know, maybe it sparks an idea in developers. Maybe rather than just saying, oh, they don't like the resin system, what do we do? If enough people come up with some kind of ideas, they can take pieces, or, you know, it's a little bit easier to digest than just saying, God, your game sucks, it's ruining my life. Like, they're just gonna brush you off. I'm sorry, that's how it's gonna be. So constructive criticism, we love it here. It looks like they're reading into it, so hopefully there are a couple other things that people have been asking for that they address in this 1.1 update. Obviously, it is the biggest update to hit the game so far, so I've got some big hopes for it. So guys, that is the end of today's video. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did and you want some more content from me, head over to my Twitch page, twitch.tv/xjazz207, where I do stream 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'll say this, you know, I've said it once, I'll say it a couple times. My schedule for the next couple weeks is gonna kind of be up in the air. I do have some freelance work that I need to take care of, and unfortunately it's gonna cut into my streaming time. So if you want to be updated, you can either follow me there or check out my Twitter. I will be posting when I go live. And if you want to support us right here on YouTube, just go ahead and subscribe. You guys know how to do it. But guys, that's all I got for today. Hopefully you did enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.